Hello, people of God. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you are seeing this video. And I bless God for the blessings of a new day. Yeah, I came just to give us a recap. Remember, there's always a recap of what the pastor gave during the Bible study session. This is 2026, and we decided to manifest the glory of God. We decided to live for His glory and His glory alone. Now, I remember I did a recap here after the Wednesday. It was last 2 weeks. I did a recap the last 2 weeks on talking about the steps that can help us to live for His glory. The steps that can help us to live for His glory. So yesterday was awesome. It was wonderful. The pastor was giving a brief revision on what he spoke about the other time and the lessons that he gave, the various steps that can help us to live for His glory. And I will just rush down to the various steps and dive into the bone of contention of yesterday Bible study. So he was just giving a brief revision on the first step, which is obedience, that you cannot manifest, you cannot live for His glory without obeying God. It must be a total obedience for you to live for His glory. You must obey Him totally. You must obey Him. And we move down to the next step that talks about trust. Trust was the second step. So he was just doing a recap. Trust is when we must live for His glory. If we must live for His glory, we must trust Him. We must trust Him that He is able to do everything. And he still quoted the scripture of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6. We must trust Him that is able to do everything. It says, trust with the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways you should acknowledge Him. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on what you have learned in school. Do not lean on how fast you can reason. Do not lean on your certificate. But in all your ways, you acknowledge Him. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And he also dived into some reasons why we must trust Him, since it was a revision that he did last time. And he said, why must we trust God? Because God is faithful and He cannot lie. He is faithful and He cannot lie. He moved to the next point that God is not a man. Man has a lot of limitations. They can promise you, we can promise, I can promise you, but I will fail. Man has a lot of limitations. But when it comes to God, God is a man. God is not a man.